Hi everything! Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Izzatul Imilda and my group consists of 6 members. Our group had choose minerals as our group project for subject UHS403, which is food, nutrition and health. What is minerals? Mineral is an inorganic element that is needed by the body. In these minerals, it has two types. First, major minerals and second, trace minerals. In this video, we will explain more about these two types of minerals.
Major mineral defined as a large quantity of mineral and our body needs at least 100 mg of it per day. Therefore, there are 7 properties under major mineral and has its own functions which are potassium, chloride, sodium, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus and also sulfur. First is chloride. It is referred to a principal negatively charged ion in the body and it is important in transporting of electrical impulse. Besides, it also occurs in our blood field either inside or outside. The sources of chloride can come from the salt that we eat. Next, the deficiency and toxicity can cause hyperchloremia and may affect to our oxygen transporting, which can be done by the chloride test. These are the structure of the chloride. Next is potassium. It is a main base ion of intracellular field for our general growth and health. It also can maintain our nervous system. Potassium are normally can be found on vegetable, fruit and also cereal. Therefore, we need to consume to eat vegetable and also fruit every day. Metabolic disturbance and general muscle paralysis are deficiency of potassium, while arrhythmia are one of the toxicity of lack potassium. This diagram shows the structure of potassium. Next is magnesium. It has many functions included healthy bone and helping with muscle and also nerve tissue. A duck body contains around 25 grams of magnesium. Magnesium can be found on eggs, fish, nuts and more. People that have less magnesium will show the symptom of anxiety and also fatigue. For the long term, effect will cause diarrhea, which may result in dehydration due to the fluid loss. These are the structure of magnesium. The function of sodium is to control the volume of extracellular in the body, maintaining the acid and alkaline balance, and also functioning the muscle and nerve tissue. Sodium abnormally can be found on bakery and tin products like bread and so on. Deficiency of sodium can cause mild fever and also lower blood pressure. This may cause dehydration, while hypertension will be caused for the long-term effect of lacking of sodium. While these diagrams show the structure of the sodium.
Calcium. The function of calcium is strengthening bones and teeth. We can get in dairy products canned fish with bones such as sardine and salmon. Deficiency, rickets, osteoporosis, toxicity, formation of stone in the body, such as gallbladder and kidney. Calcium lactate, structure of calcium in milk. Lactate is used for prevent and to treat calcium deficiencies. Absorption of mineral in calcium. There are two distinct mechanisms in calcium, active and passive. Active process that takes place in the duodenum when calcium intake is low. This process involves import of calcium into the enterocyte, transport across the cell, and export into extracellular fluid and blood. Passive occurs in the jejunum and ileum, to a much lesser extent in the colon when dietary calcium levels are moderate or high. In this case, ionized calcium diffuses through tight junction into the basolateral spaces around enterocytes and hence into blood. Phosphorus function, healthy bones and teeth. Source, dairy products, fruits and meat. Deficiency, anemia and weight loss. Toxicity, kidney disease. Phosphoric acid, to give sour taste to the food. For example, Coca-Cola. Absorption of mineral in phosphorus. Absorbed in the jejunum of the small intestine. Absorption is regulated by calcium and the vitamin D hormone. Phosphorus absorption is good when it is obtained through meat sources. For example, phytic acid is found in cereal grains. Sulfur function found in protein molecules. Source meat and fish. Deficiency John Pen. Toxicity diarrhea. Sulfur dioxide for preservative. For example, canned food. Conclusion: learn what is mineral and two categories of mineral. Major mineral and trace mineral have their own elements that we should know. Nutrition in the food, the absorption of mineral in different elements.
The first element of trace mineral is iron. Iron is the essential need in our body where we only need it in a much smaller amount. For example, animal sources such as red meats are generally better absorbed. Iron contains 40% of iron in animal flesh. However, if we do not consume enough iron, it will cause us anemia, which means that our body have low levels of hemoglobin and hematocrit. Then it causes reduction in the production of red blood cells and oxygen capacity. In daily intake, the recommended dietary allowance or RDA, it is 8 mg per day for adult male and 80 mg per day for female respectively, though it can be serious for children because they have a specific medicine for them. Deficiency of iron also can cause to hemochromatosis in the human's body where it suffers from diabetes, heart failure, testicular failure, and joint pain. Moving on to the next element of iron, which is zinc, Zn. It is also another essential nutrient needed in human body as it has better absorption. It can transport through plasma membrane by zinc transporter in the way of reversible transport and buffering by metallothionein. Aside, the absorption of zinc are influenced by food consumed and it is depends on our body needs. As from the good side of zinc, growth retardation, hair loss, slow wound healing, and lethargy are among of the deficiency. Copper are one of those aids in metabolism. The absorptions dependent on our body needs yet it decrease with high intakes of vitamin C. The functions of copper consist of increasing iron absorptions and formations of connective tissue. It is also important in superoxide dismutase and immune system. However, the upper level of copper toxicity is 10 mg per day. Due to lack intake of copper, we can suffer from anemia, decrease in white blood cells, bone loss, inadequate growth, cardiovascular disease, and imbalance in thyroid. Iodine is also an element in trace minerals. Iodine is used for thyroid hormone synthesis. It also regulates metabolic rate, growth, and development. With a low intake of iodine, thyroid gland enlarges, which means that it grows larger. As the thyroid synthesis is inhibited, this will result in toxic goiter. The upper level for iodine is 1.1 mg per day. Hair loss, swelling in the neck, and dry flaky skin are one of those due to iodine deficiency.
Alright, next we go to the second minerals, which is trace mineral. Trace minerals is needed in much smaller amount. In trace mineral, it has 8 components. First, iron, manganese, fluoride, copper, selenium, chromium, molybdenum, selenium, and zinc. In this slide, I provide the components of trace minerals. From these slides, you can see the picture of the trace minerals based on its different components.
Okay, fluoride. Fluoride is the prevention of cavities, disease, acid, and dental caries. The food sources from fluoride is tea, seafood and seaweed, and toothpaste. The fluoride toxicity is the mottling of teeth in children. In high amounts can weaken the teeth in children. The upper level is 10 mg per day. And this is chromium. While it is not well understood, it is a role in type 2 diabetes. It may increase the transport of glucose across the cell membrane. This is a model for the potential effects of chromium on insulin action. Number 1. Insulin binds to and activates the insulin receptor. Insulin receptor activation stimulates the movement of chromium into the cell. Chromium binds to the peptide known as APO, low molecular weight chromium binding substance. Functional low molecular weight chromium binding substance binds to the insulin receptor and enhances its activity. The food sources of chromium is from egg yolk, the bran, whole grain, cereal, beer, organ meat, and meat. The adequate intake is 25 to 35 micrograms per day for adults. The chromium toxicity has no toxicity from foods and no upper level. Exposed to chromium waste such as the pancreas and the arteries exposed to pain. It can cause damage to the lung and the liver. This is manganese. It has a role in bone formation. There is no deficiency symptom observed in humans. Adequate intake is 1.2 to 2.3 mg per day. Manganese toxicity is seen in individuals working in manganese mines. Severe psychiatric abnormalities, violence, impaired muscle control. The upper level is 11 mg per day. And this is the fluoride structure. It has 10 neutrons, 9 atomic numbers, and 2 energy levels. This is the chromium structure. This is the manganese structure. It has a ratio of 2, 8, 13, and 2 atoms.
Next, function. Each component has its own function, and we will go one by one. First, iron. Iron is a part of a molecule found in red blood cell that carries oxygen in the body. It also needed for energy metabolism. Next, zinc. Zinc is needed for making protein and isogenetic materials. Next, iodine. Iodine helps in regulate growth, development, and also metabolism. The example of iodine is seafood and dairy products. Next, selenium. Selenium is an antioxidant to the body. Next, copper. Copper is needed for iron metabolism. The example of copper is nuts and seeds and also whole grains. Manganese. Manganese is a role in bone formation. Next, fluoride. Fluoride involved in formation of bones and also teeth. Fluoride also helps prevent tooth decay. Next, chromium. Chromiums work closely with insulin in order to regulate blood sugar levels. Lastly, molybdenum. Molybdenum function in amino acid breakdown. The example of molybdenum is breads and grains, green vegetables, and also milk.
Okay, let's proceed on the roles and importance of the trace mineral in our body. The first is the iron. Iron improves the immune system and the regulation of the body temperature. The roles of iron in our body is to carry an oxygen to the muscle and brain in order to improve the mental and physical performance. Iron also helps in creating an energy in our body. It usually found in red blood cell. Second one is zinc. Zinc needed as a body defensive in our body. It also helps in the cell growth, wound healing, breakdown of carbohydrate. It also improves the roles on the better smell and taste in our body. The third one will be selenium. Selenium in our body acts as the powerful antioxidant. It's also important in our body because it will reducing the risk of the cancer and preventing the mental decline. Plus, selenium important for the thyroid health. The fourth element will be the iodine. Iodine help improve the hormone in our body because iodine is not created inside the body. It's taken in our food diet, what we eat every day. The number 5 will be fluoride. Fluoride is important in our body to keep teeth and bones healthy. Then we proceed on the manganese. Manganese help metabolism of the amino acid, cholesterol, glucose, and also reduce the blood clotting and reduce the inflammation. Then we look at the copper. Copper usually found in the body tissue and also roles in making a red blood cell. Copper also known as a natural form of collagen inside the body. So last will be chromium. Chromium play a role in activating insulin that puts inside our body. So chromium inside our body will activate the insulin